Welcome back to the SOS Wellness Show, my friend. Let me see where the jingle at. What we gonna do? Welcome back to the SOS Show. Welcome back to the SOS Show. Welcome back, ooh. Welcome back, ooh. Welcome back to the SOS Show. I just want to send you some amazing energy, some healing energy, some love, some kindness, because I don't know what you've been through today. I don't know what you're gonna go through tomorrow. I don't know what happened this week. But I just want to know, since you're in this safe space with me, you listen to my voice right now. You matter. You are worthy. You are beautiful. And guess what? Anything that your heart desires, I guarantee you, the more that you focus on yourself more, the more that you love yourself more, you'll get all of that and more. So check it. Welcome back to the show. I am your host, Tess. My friend, so much has happened since my last podcast. I got to catch up. I gotta bring it in to what's going on around me, inside of me. I feel like a completely different person. My friend, I'm always talking about the SOS effect, right? That butterfly effect. So listen, that's what it hit me today. Like my group of people, I know I call y'all my wellness warriors, but I'm about to start saying, where's the butterfly effect? Where my butterfly effect? Where they at? Where the bees at? Where the bees at, baby? Seriously, because it's a butterfly effect that's happening in life where something has to die. There has to be some type of shedding. And in every season of your life, maybe every week, it could be every day, you wake up like, I am brand new. Not saying that you're getting rid of the old, but that you have built off of the old. You're not back, but you're getting better. You're not reversing, but you're moving forward. You're not looking back, but looking ahead to see the abundance that you have. You're not thinking about all the scarcity and lack that you experience, but acknowledging that in order for you to realize that abundance is your birthright. So check this out, my friends. Check this out. The title of this episode, I'm coming in hot. It is what it is, friends. We're coming in hot. And before I even get into the episode, check out the new merch. Check out the new colors. It's definitely on my website, testspeaks.com. The link is going to be in this YouTube description. Speaking of YouTube, go ahead and like and subscribe. Share this with about 3 people who need some positivity. Because guess what? The name of this episode, check this out. We're going to be talking about breakthrough. There's been a lot of breakthroughs in my life the last few weeks and days. But you want to know why? Because I've been broken down. I'm going to tell you the truth. I've been broken down, my friends. Straight up, I've been broken down. And there's a quote that says, there is no breakthrough without a breakdown. So some of you may be going through a situation where you feel like you're being broken down and you feel like you're beaten down. But what if you're not being buried? You're being planted. What if you're not being broken down to be bitter, but to be better? What if you're not getting pushed? What if you're not experiencing this pressure to make you fold, but to make you unfold the greatness that has always been within you? That's the point of this podcast. Is I want to work on your paradigm, work on your mindset to figure out, okay, the adversity in my life right now, what does it mean? The adversity in my life right now, does it really make me, should I define myself as less than? This is the adversity in my life making me feel like I don't have purpose? Or is the adversity in my life to make me better? Is the adversity in my life to show me how strong I am? Is the adversity in my life to make me realize that I can conquer anything that has ever tried to weigh me down? See, we got to change our relationship with adversity. I talked about it before. Sometimes we fear change. Sometimes we fear adversity. But what if I told you that fear stands for finally exiting average reality, or facing everything and rising instead of facing everything and running? I want you to start facing your adversity, because I want to share an adversity with you that I have recently and I'm still going through every single day ever since it happened. So check this out. Quick story time, my beautiful people. Real quick. Real quick. It took me back to a place where I had to pause. A few weeks ago, I had the opportunity to go speak, to actually go shadow one of the top motivational speakers in the world at an amazing university. It was phenomenal. We spoke to the football team, seeing the players locked in. I'm literally around 100 football players, college, freshmen, sophomores, seniors, juniors. And you're not usually around at least teenagers or people who are, they're usually on their phone. I tell you, everybody was locked in. I was like, whoa. It's amazing seeing a speaker who walk in. When you walk in with a certain confidence in yourself, you demand that authority. You don't have to tell people, listen to me. They want to listen to you. So that's what I want to just pause real quick to, if you're going through anything as far as battling with your confidence, then I want you to spend more time as what is it making you feel? What is it in your life that's making you feel insecure? What is it in your life that's making you feel not worthy? Because we want to build on your confidence. So when you walk in a room, people listen. When you speak, when you raise your hand, when you're presenting in front of your team, when you're talking to your children, they don't just overlook you. They don't just keep going. They're not, they listen because they feel something inside of them is telling them that they have to listen. Your presence alone should wreak confidence. Life is a mirror. If you don't feel respected, it's because people can see that you don't respect yourself. So it's important that you respect yourself because that allows you to build confidence for yourself, which then allows others to see that you demand the authority that you deserve. So I saw this speaker and it was amazing seeing everybody, seeing how he commanded the room, seeing how everybody is plugged in, watching and paying attention. I was like, wow. Even the coach got up afterwards and was like, I got a notebook full of notes. And he even gave a whole hour presentation after the speaker did. After that, my friends, I'm walking around this amazing facility, $1 billion facility where these players, seeing the locker room, seeing the facility where the players are physical therapy, all these cocoons where players can go to sleep in and get amazing things done. I don't even know. It's literally like some NBA, NFL stuff. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Then we went to the basketball court. We played basketball with the coach. It was phenomenal. But check this out. That night it was 11:31, and I was literally in South Carolina. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, so that means I'm 2 hours away from home. And I remember somebody asked, like, are y'all riding down these back roads? I'm like, yes, it is what it is. Hopefully it's not that long. My friends, it's dark roads in South Carolina. Like I mentioned, it's 11:31. I get to the stop sign. I see two cars turning. So I'm like, okay, cool. Everybody has a stop sign. I can go ahead. I proceed to go straight. Boom. Car hits me right on the driver's side where the driver's side tire is. My car's total airbag comes out, hit me in my head knocks. I got literally a knot on my head. My windshield is literally, my car is crushed. I had to climb out the back seat of my car, my friends. I had to climb out the back seat of, I couldn't even open my car door. I was broken down. I'm crying. And at the facility, we were walking around. It was so cool. We got slushies. We got Gatorade slushy. When the last time anybody had a Gatorade slushie? So before I left, I had a Gatorade slushie. But when my car hit, boom, that slushie went everywhere. I'm thinking, oh, I feel it everywhere. I'm like, no, 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 I'm bleeding. I'm thinking this, but thank God I wasn't bleeding. All I really had was a swollen ankle, which my ankle is still swollen to this day because it's only been about 3 weeks, so it's still recovering. I had a knot on my head, and I had my hand has been bruised up. But as you can see, my friends, I'm here. I'm right here. So I crawl out the back of my car, back seat of my car. Actually, I had to use one of my the doors in the back seat to crawl out. Thankfully, people come over, neighbors come over. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? No one even really asked what happened because they were like, listen, this area is crazy. And he pointed across the street. He said, you see those two crosses in the ground? Somebody recently, just two people just died right here in this intersection. Yikes. Two people just died. It was me and another person in the accident. So it was two of us. That could have been us. Then at one point, somebody came and brought me what they thought was my license plate. And I said, that's not mine. Because it must have been somebody else who got into an accident in the same place. Then the tow truck company comes, and guess what the tow truck company's name? Death Valley. My friends, I was broken down that day. I was broken down. I was hurt. But I realized there was a breakthrough on the way. And I gave this presentation the next day that literally I saw what it means to break through. Your purpose is going to allow you to break through. There is no breakthrough without a breakdown. You must be broken down in order to go through full transformation to become your higher and best self. So if you feel like you're being broken, if you feel like you're being tested, if you feel uncomfortable, it's because there is a breakthrough on the way. Because right now, the self that you're operating in is not going to allow you to get to the next level of your life. There is another level, beautiful people. There is so much more. Abundance is on the other side of your reality right now. Sometimes you have to shed an old way of thinking, an old way of believing, of mediocrity in order to elevate and experience phenomena, like amazing things. I want you to blow your own mind. Sometimes we're looking at people to exceed our own expectations, but check this out. I want you to exceed your own expectations because some of you have been in car accidents, some of you been cheated on, some of you going through divorce, some of you have got fired, but I want you to use that some kind of way to allow that breakdown, allow that pressure to allow you to rise, allow you to walk with confidence because guess what? You still here. And if you still here, we that mean that you got purpose. And if you got purpose, it's time to stay activated. It's time to get it's just time to get going, my friends. I need you to use whatever it is in your life that's causing you that discomfort, that's causing you to feel disconnected. I need you to use that to feel more connected to yourself. Literally after that, it was such a crazy experience. The next day, I was able to get home. I got a ride. So I was 2 hours away from home. I got a ride, got people to stay with me, and the ambulance came and it was all good. And I was able to get home. I cried though, my friends. I cried. I cried. I cried. My dad hugged me like he'd almost lost me. And my dad's a Jamaican man, so he don't really show a lot of emotion. So for a Jamaican man to hug you like, huh, I was like, Dad, I'm here. See, some of you, we don't realize that we don't have time. My life flashed before me. I had a near-death experience. Every day, we must shed anything that's not serving us because there is such thing as emotional suicide. I don't want you living and making decisions just to make other people feel happy. We don't have a lot of time, my friends. It's important for you right now to do what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel alive. And guess what? It may not be the most popular, it may not be the most comfortable thing to do, but I need you to understand that breakthrough belongs to you. If you were tired of waking up and experiencing the same reality that it's not serving you, then I need you to use whatever is breaking you down to build you up. I need you to use whatever is breaking you down to show you that you are enough. I need you to use whatever is breaking you down to show you that you can rise above anything and everything and anybody that has ever tried to weigh you down. Guess what? Before I get to that next day, like I was speaking, I had as a speaker, they literally had we were told to have our books in the trunk. Make sure you got books in the trunk, books in the trunk. But guess what? My car was so smashed that I couldn't even open my trunk. Thankfully, the people that were there waiting on me, they were like, ask these folks that got a crowbar, girl. I'm sure somebody got a crowbar. And great guarantee they did. To see them crack. They cracked open they cracked open my trunk. That book is in that trunk was my purpose. My book holds a lot of purpose. So I need you right now, my friends, whatever it is that you think is you can't get to, I need you to break through it. I need you to break through any pain. I need you to break through any adversity. I need you to break through any feelings of imposter syndrome. I need you to break through low self-esteem. I need you to break through not believing in yourself because on the other side, I promise you, on the other side, I'm telling you, you're going to meet your other self like, hey, how you doing? It's nice to meet you. I didn't know there was a version of me out there. See, I'm sure if anybody who's been watching my episodes, you can probably see, and if you're listening, you can hear a difference in my voice. There's a different sense of urgency that I have now. Because guess what? It's go time. And I don't want you to have to go through a car accident like I did for you to realize it's go time. Every single day you wake up, it's go time. Every heartbreak that you go through, every time you get let go or fired, every time you get betrayed, every time you don't get what you want, every time you get disappointed, frustrated, it's go time. It's time to use all that, put it on your back. It's jetpack time. Let's blast off. And of course, it's not just that easy. It's a daily effort because it's going to take that pain. It's going to take that getting up and doing even when you don't want to. Because that's what I had a conference the next day, my friends. And then I got to be on stage with the same motivational speaker that I was talking about. So I need you on the other side of when it feels like you're about to break down, just show up one more day after that. Okay, so let's just start right there because you're probably looking and listening to me like, Tess, how I'm supposed to get through the breakdown? How I'm supposed to get through the breakthrough when I'm struggling to get through the breakdown? Listen, just show up the next day after the breakdown. Just show up one day after the breakdown, see what happens. Show up. Don't stay in bed. Now, if you're physically not able to, I understand if you're in the hospital, whatever's going on, definitely take physical rest. But if you're able to get up, get up. Watch what happens when you get up after you've been broken down. Watch, watch, my friends. And it's cool because that next day I just feel even making this podcast today, everything was breaking down. My back, this drop fell, my fault, everything fell. The mic was, I said, oh, the enemy don't want me to use this message right now. Here we go again, getting tested. See, I need you to understand every time certain things aren't working out, the enemy is trying to trip you up. The enemy is trying to convince you, no. We don't want you to spread that message of positivity. We don't want you to show up when you were supposed to be broken down. So that's why it's important for you to show up the day after you that breakdown. Show up not just for other people, but show up for yourself and see what happened. Because guess what? The enemy, when you see the enemy show up, and when you were doing positive and good things, let that be a sign to keep going. Don't you stop. I know it's scary. I know it's not always going to feel good. I know it probably makes people around you get nervous, but I need you to understand that's because you are on the way to something great. You are on the path to your own purpose. You are on the path to your best self. You are not back. You're getting better. So if anything is just falling, you see things falling apart, it's because the level that you're on right now has to break down in order for you to get to that next level, which is where the breakthrough is existed. My friends, I had to share that message with you today. I'm thankful that you have been patient with me as I'm getting these episodes out. I've been doing amazing good things. I got some more announcement coming up in Tess Speaks World. Book has dropped. There's going to be a link in there, Success Over Suicide, How to Redefine Success and Transform Your Life. The book is available. Website is available to get your merch, my friends. Listen, I'm so thankful that you are here. For anybody who has considered not even being here anymore, I'm thankful that you were here because, like I mentioned, there is such thing as emotional suicide. And I want to make another episode about that in depth, just on how suicide occurs on a level on a different level before it gets to the physical level. And that level can be mental or emotional. So be sure to always check in with how you're feeling. Always understand if you're on the verge of if you're on the verge of breaking. Because yes, there's a positive way to break in order for you to get to something better. But then there's a negative way to break and where you become destructive. So I don't want you to use the breakdown in your life to destroy yourself. I want you to use the breakdown in your life to build on yourself, to build on the love that you have for yourself, to build on your confidence, to build on your purpose. Because you are here for a reason, and it doesn't matter if anybody else knows that except for you. You have to know that first. So I'm thankful for each and every one of you watching this. Stay tuned. Till next time, my friends.